All right, we back. Second stream of the day, afternoon, 5:30 PST. We play some more Trails of Cold Steel. First order of business. We need to talk to some people on the ship here. Conveniently, you're right here. I forgot I picked up this guy. I thought I didn't actually. Made me somewhat confused. But anyways, earlier today, or in the previous video, we actually progressed the story a little bit. Let's see. I have no idea where he is, so we're just gonna talk to everybody. We progressed the story a little bit. We talked to we were in Breahard. We apprehended Duke Alberea. We prevented Scarlet from suicide bombing. What else did we do? We also learned a little bit about the enemy's plans. In that deep below the yeah, we're definitely getting one of those. Deep below the Valflame Palace is a divine knight named. You actually tell me? I don't want to read that in here. I guess it won't tell me. I could go look it up, but it's basically a guy that wields 1,000 blades or whatever. It's a red divine knight, and he's kind of crazy, or he looks kind of crazy. He didn't really do anything. He was stuck in this pillar or whatever. We need to see who's level 7. So don't have to do Millium anymore. Elisa, Laura, Machias, Fee, Gaius. Let's play some Blade.
Let's get started.
And also a gigantic tree appeared in Crossbell.
Go on, draw a card.
And it's
same score, huh? Wanna read after you then?
Oh my gosh. It's not worth the bolt. It's honestly not worth the 4 either, but
same score, huh? Wanna redraw?
hopefully
same score,
I can get
huh?
the upper hand.
Wanna redraw? Guess
There
I'm
we
going
go.
first.
Yeah.
Same score, huh? Wanna redraw? Guess I'm going first.
Nice.
Now you've done it.
Grr. Alright, please be a bolt.
Ugh, now you've done it.
That's not too bad.
What? You can't do that. Bolt! Aw, one more game?
Oh, you what? Why wouldn't you just mirror? Oh, I guess those are the only. Oh, because I knocked out the 6. Those are the only 2 cards that she had. Mirror still would have been the best play, though.
Then let us begin our duel.
Interesting.
Please, draw a card. The first move is yours.
You got to be kidding me.
Well played. I didn't expect that. Divine Bolt!
I lost this one. I should just stop trying to win.
Mirror! We're evenly matched. Let's redraw.
Yes.
Then I'll make the first move. Well played.
Oh ho ho!
I admit defeat.
Yeah, buddy. Heck yeah! I can't believe I won that one. I should not have won that one. I should probably start doing this off screen, but I always forget about this stuff. And it's better to do it sooner rather than later.
We draw here, right? You're first, I guess.
Why do I keep getting bodied like this?
Guess we'd better
Can
draw
I get a
again.
7 and you get a 1?
You're first,
Are
I guess.
you kidding me?
Crap.
Oh, everything.
Mirror.
Wow, that was actually really good.
Oh, guess I
Oh, wow.
lost.
Wait. What? 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 How did I win? You play the 6 and you win. What? I am so confused. That is. I'm not gonna complain. Just gonna go along with it. It was just really weird. Never seen that before. This is the worst
Go ahead and
hand,
draw. All right. I'm going first.
but at least I didn't get destroyed again.
Force!
Okay, what's the stronger play? Mirror is the stronger play.
Ah, crap.
Ooh.
Blast!
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Get the 3. Oh no. That kind of ruins my plan if you mirror.
It's
Or I
mostly
can just
luck
win.
anyway.
Okay. I'll take that too. Last one. With Gaius.
Shall we begin?
Ooh, this is a good hand.
Go ahead and draw. Huh.
Give me a 7.
We need to
give him a
redraw.
1.
Go first then. Time to pull out a force. Well played. Then I'll use a bolt.
Erg. If I play mirror, nah. let's...
Well played. I hate to do this.
Alright. Now I'm guaranteed to win. Nothing he can do.
Well played. I lost, but I had a...
Excellent. So close to level 6. Okay. Where is Homeboy Slice? Need to talk to Kenneth. If you talk to Kenneth, you get a character note update, and you can also exchange your fishing points with him, so you don't have to go back to Ymir every time and talk to Annabelle. I kind of went through that a little fast. But that's the bonus for getting Kenneth. Even though you should probably be going back to Ymir on a regular basis to get your what's it called? CP back up from the hot springs. Yo, man, can I just look at my points, please? And what I can buy? This guy just won't let me view the inventory. Oh, there's a menu over there. I want to look at that. Never actually noticed that before. Hey, I can finally talk to him. That one's really good. Breeze is okay. I was trying to think if this is good or not, but it's really not. 100 ATS is good, but poison and blind on a caster? I don't know. That's not bad. It says like Piccolo or something? I don't know. I need to talk to Dorothy as well. And Dorothy gives a character note. Man, it just got hot in here all of a sudden. I'm going to talk over to this guy and hand over my black record. There's probably a point in the story later on where I could just turn them all in at the same time and I didn't have to hand them in one-on-one, but you know. Oh. Alright, and then the last thing, or actually, are you selling anything? Buy Manly Munchies curry. I don't think that one was available last time. Last but not least, I want to talk to George. Just want to see if he has anything. But now I'm gonna finally upgrade these slots. Holy crap. How did I not do this before? And as you can see, this could get very expensive. And by can, I mean is extremely expensive. Wow, that was $720. All of these should be good. Alright, that's everybody. Yep. Can you... Nope. You cannot make... Wait. Why... I'm really confused why I can't see the stats, but maybe it's because I don't have them. I need to talk to somebody down here. Paula. Talk to Paula. She also gives a character note update. That was quick. And there was one, oh. And then this thing I'm just doing for the heck of it. Because I haven't actually done it before. Wrong way. I want to go into the game room. I want to change. Alright, I guess I can. Okay, well. That's everything that we could do on the Courageous. So let's go find some things to do. And since we liberated Bereahard, we can now fly there and all places associated with it.
Where do you want to go?
Okay. There's a place that I wanted to go, but I guess we'll go there later. Much later. Okay, so first order of business, we're gonna go to the Saucier. I don't know how to pronounce this restaurant name. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna start this quest here. I hope you realize this is all due to your meddling. So now we have to track her down and tell her, hey, you know, you gotta listen to your father. He's your father. You know, you don't have to join the Courageous. We'll be fine without you. These kids that think they have free will. I still don't know how we haven't incurred the wrath of the Noble Alliance yet. Yeah, so we'll track her down, bring her back to her father. Make sure the Baron doesn't find out what we're up to. Okay. Alright, so we need to head to the Station District. And we're gonna head down here to the Underground Waterway, where we will find Teresa. Yep, and since we already have Emily, we just call her down. And, you know, she'll convince Teresa that she's being stupid. And this is a small reason why you want to grab as many people as possible. It's because some of those people chain into other people. You cannot recruit Teresa without Emily. And there's a couple other students that you need other people. Speaking of which as well, I don't I don't remember them saying this. I think they were friends or whatever, but, you know, this is a noble and a commoner and their friends. Machias and Eustace must be going insane. I know they're over that feud and everything like that, but it's... You know Machias is rolling his eyes. Or Eustace is rolling his eyes, and Machias is probably getting a brain tumor or something. Also, Teresa has the craziest eyes. They are super blue. I don't think I've seen a character with eyes like that. That color, anyways. That shade of blue. So they argue and battle and shoot guns at each other, and we get a new person to recruit onto the Courageous. Surprise. I bet you didn't see it coming. Of course you saw it coming. What am I talking about? Did I mention it's hot? It was actually pretty cool the last couple of days. This morning it was relatively cool. It's really picked up though. Oh, that's what's going on. Lacrosse people. Lacrosse people. Is Lacrosse the one where, it's, geez, how do you describe it? Is it like tennis, but, can I? No. Is it like tennis? But you have these... It's not like a tennis racket. It's more like a... I don't even know what to call it, actually. Yeah, I have no idea what to call it. Alright, where are you? Anyways, we're coming over here to talk to Bridget. We want her to join the Noble Alliance, or not Noble Alliance. We want her to join the Courageous as well. I don't remember what she does. But Lacrosse, it's you know, it has a handle and maybe like this curved tube, but it's like half a tube. So maybe like a shovel. It's like a curved shovel. We'll go with that. It's like a half a tube shovel-like. Something like that. Never played it. Never watched it played. I was a badminton person in high school. Badminton is the bomb diggity. Yep, so we need to bring over Alan. And he will convince her to join the Courageous, and we'll get Bridget and a character note update along with it. But, you know, it automatically comes with the quest. We don't have to work to get it, so... Yeah, man. Just get on the courageous already. Man, you know, after all this is over and everybody goes back to school, Rean is going to be the most popular kid. Even Patrick will have to bow before him. It's gonna become cool. I wonder if they do actually go back after the whole war is over and everybody can go back to their normal daily lives. Are they really just gonna go back to school after preventing a war? I'm assuming that Rean and his friends are gonna be instrumental in stopping the war. I mean, we are the protagonists after all. Let's go to the Artisan Streets. We need to go to Mr. Turner's. And we need to talk to Colette for our last courageous person that we can pick up at the here. How you know that? All right, well, you're just gonna... of course. Nobody ever just, you know... Oh, you want me to go on the courageous? Okay, that's fine. I'm on my way. Let me go pack my bags. It's never like that. All right, so we need to get a Dryads tier. Yeah, so if you remember from the first game, we had a field study to get a Dryads tier in this very shop. And Baron Blue Blanc, who was Phantom Thief B, who was masquerading as Baron Blue Blanc, was like, hey, I know where you guys can get one. You know, go to this tree. So we go to this tree, we find one of the easiest quests, to be honest. So we pick it up. We head back, and we're gonna give it to the shopkeeper, or the person who wants it. He wants to make a ring for his wife or his fiance or whatever, and they want to you know, live happily ever after or whatever. So I think it's south.
Let's get going.
We give it back to him, but then there's this other noble there, and he's like, "That's my Dryads tier. Give it to me right now."
Advantage is
and
ours.
it turns out
Let's finish him.
that the guy who wanted to make the thing for his wife sold it to the noble, and the noble eats the thing.
That's that.
Because it's supposed to give him long life or something like that. This is the craziest thing ever. Everybody was pissed. Because we, you know, wasted our time.
Let's ride.
I guess I already fought all the enemies here. We're going to examine the tree that's furthest away. And then we'll make our way back. Because, you know, this is just how these sorts of quests work. I'm going to run into you because turning is horrible.
Hostile spotted. Beginning combat.
My turn.
Can I arc slash everybody? No. Oh, I thought one of them lived
That's
there for a second.
Let's keep moving.
Alright. There were a couple silly quests like that, actually. Alright. Give me what I want. Thank you very much. Alright, so we need a total of 4.
Let's get going.
Should be one right here.
Sit.
It's kind of crazy that there's so many of them.
Let's ride.
And the other one's over here. Uno más.
Let's get going.
Oh, I guess there's only 4 on the map. I thought there were 5 for some reason. So we'll pick up this one and automatically head back. Nope.
Let's ride.
I almost got excited there. I thought they were gonna let me come back. Well, we gotta walk all the way over there. Cause ain't nobody can do anything by themselves. It's like, how long was this chick in here? You know, she goes to Thor's military academy. She can't kill some monsters on her own. People these days. Man, this is the week of SGDQ, which means much shenanigans. I watched a couple runs. Majority of the games didn't actually interest me, unfortunately. I watch it for the speed runs, or I should say, I watch it for the games I'm interested in them being speed ran. There was this interesting platformer. I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was kind of like Sonic. In like old school Sonic, in reference to how fast paced it was. You know, that could have just been the speed run, but it was very interesting. They also did man, what was that? That one. There was this one that was kind of like a Mega Man game, and it was the sequel to the first one, and it had, the guy had like lightning powers or electricity powers or whatever. I saw that one as well, and I saw the blindfolded Green Hill Zone Sonic one. That was impressive. I can't be doing any of that. All right, so there's a couple things left that we can do. First order businesses, I don't think, yeah. We can fight some new enemies here. And we haven't done so. So we're gonna fight the new enemies. Get some chests.
Let's get them. My turn.
Can I? Whatever.
Second form.
We'll get our sneaky back. Plus
That's
3.
that. Let's keep moving.
Stay
These
on.
guys are jerks. So be
This
careful
one's
of
dangerous.
these guys.
Stay on your toes.
Here I go.
I should be able to arc slash. Nope. Foil again. I don't think I'm gonna one shot him.
Damn.
It was because of that level up where I got that 8 strength or whatever, or the 4 strength.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Oh, is that Scepter?
I'm so glad.
Elisa. Isn't there a treasure? Oh, I already got that treasure. I've already been here.
Let's ride.
I don't remember what I was here for. But apparently I've already been here.
If we're going to take that monster on, we'll need to be very careful.
Petrify. Petrify as a status ailment has always just been okay. It's good, but most enemies are immune to it. I believe there's a fishing spot. Fishing. Yep.
This spot looks
Fishing
perfect
spot.
for fishing.
Right here. Make sure you get your fish. But most enemies,
Let's ride.
it's not that they're immune to petrify.
Hostile
It's that,
spotted. Beginning combat.
My turn.
well, you know, whatever. Seal's better.
Second form.
Seal's almost always better, and it's easier to get off. But there's really nothing
That's
wrong
that.
with
Let's keep moving.
diversifying your status ailments. So let's see, so go down and go around. Need to fight all these guys. I think all the guys, these guys in
welcome all
particular,
challengers.
are annoying.
Here
There's
we
a
go.
lot of enemies that are annoying. I meant to arc slash. Oh,
That's that. Let's keep moving.
right. Over here, I already fought this guy, but I'm gonna run into him because maneuverability is
Wait,
pretty tough.
give
when
us your
you're
blessing.
turning.
I'll handle it.
He is going first for some reason.
My turn. Second. That's that.
I still think
Let's keep
that
moving.
Seal is the most powerful of them all. But
Stay on.
you know, not
This
all
one will
enemies
take everything we have.
are weak
My
to
turn.
it, so.
Second. Now.
Oh,
An opening.
this guy has some hit
My
points.
Now.
So why am I linked up with Laura? Alrighty. This chest. Elisa, Elliot, Laura, Eustace. These people. So I need to adjust my party for you and you. That pun was just awful. Absolutely awful. Wow, this requires 104. Who did I swap? Oh, I got rid of Elisa. Oops. Watch, and then like Gaius is necessary, and I'm just like, man, I'm terrible. Alright, here we go. So we need to use
You're in my way. I'll handle this.
I need to scan you. We will use Elisa to scan you. See, you're weak to wind.
I can do this.
Need to get that monster data.
This should help.
So we want to use Elliot and
Come strong.
we'll use Elisa as backup. Please kill them. Thank you.
That takes care of them.
Oh, nobody leveled up there. Come on. Hooray. Oh my gosh. Alright. Now we need to get rid of them. Gaius. And you. I would love to press the right buttons. Alright. Continuing
Let's get
on.
going.
There's a chest down here. What?
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Some funky stuff
Let's move.
going on.
Second. Okay, it's safe for now.
Alright, there's a monster chest coming up. Hope it gives me something good.
Oh, that's a fine-looking treasure
Golden
chest.
Bell. I am going to be doing the machine gun bell strategy. On the final
Wind is
dungeon.
behind us. Let's go. Let's move. Second form.
Or at least the second to last dungeon.
Okay,
and then the
it's
last
safe for
dungeon.
now.
I don't think it'll be necessary before then. I don't remember much about before then, though.
Oh, look! There's a treasure chest. Hostile spotted. Beginning combat.
My turn.
You're just gonna termination slide down and cleave that ignorance. We'll get most of it back. 140? 120.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Hey. Cross Crusade. I think Angel in the first game reduced whatever those arts are, space arts or
Let's get
mirage
going.
arts. I never can figure out which.
This could get tricky. Look sharp.
Let's see, that's the Highway 3. Let's go see what's over here. Alright, so we've already visited. That goes to Keldic. Can you get off this thing? Thank you. Alright, so we're going to return to the Courageous, and we're going to go to... or back
Where do you want to go?
Berehar.
Leave it to me.
And we want to go to the Canyon Pass. And I don't know, have we not been here before?
Oh, I could probably fish here.
What's going on, man?
Let's get going.
So let's fight some of the enemies. I'm sure we haven't fought any of these enemies in this particular game.
The wind is behind us. Let's go. Here I go.
I think the enemy that
now.
we're chasing after right now is a real pain in the butt.
Let's get going.
Oh my gosh, these turtles. Turtles are real annoying.
We have nothing to fear.
My turn. Second. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Somebody leveled up.
Yes!
Yes! I don't know how I'm gonna get him 10 more levels to catch up with everyone else, but get him as high as I can. Alright, chest over here.
Let's ride.
Fight that guy on the way back. Fight that guy
That
on
one
the way
looks
back.
nasty. Try to be careful, everyone.
Ooh, oh, that better not be a back attack. Oh
Watch
my
out.
God.
This is a tough one.
Too slow.
It's kind of silly that that's a back attack. You know, it's like I initiated that combat when he was behind me.
It's safe for now.
Shouldn't be a back attack. He's about to level up. I will never press the right button, will I? Get this guy. We need to head to the third area, the last area, pretty much.
Let's move.
As per usual.
Second. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Success.
Nice. If I can get them to maybe like 132, 135 before the second to last dungeon, that would be nice.
Let's get this over with.
I don't have to worry about it for the last dungeon, but the second to last dungeon forces you to use every party member.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Which means I need to put, well, yeah, I need to put someone OP in basically every group. That's how I accomplished it on my first run. And I'm probably going to do the same thing on this run as well. Just to make sure I cover my bases.
We have nothing to fear.
Here I go.
And I believe there's 4 groups. So have green in one of them,
it's safe for now.
with one of the melee people being able to cast Seraphic Ring. Maybe Fee, because she has dodge. 85% dodge right now.
Let's get this over with.
Here I go.
Alright, Autumn, yes I can. Can it kill them all? No, it cannot.
Now!
An opening!
I'll handle it. Target's eliminated. Let's get going.
It's the problem with Autumn Cutter, just doesn't do enough damage. Alrighty, so there's some fat boots over here.
Hostile spotted. Beginning combat.
Let's move.
I'm sure these guys have a million hit points.
Burn.
happening?
I'll handle it. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
Who else has a level 5 quartz on right now? Did I give her... Oh, this hit level 5 a long time ago. Oh, you know what? Let's give you Falco. Oh, I gave that to her because of the multiply crits, but let's give you Falco. You don't need that anymore. I'll give you something silly. Sure. Start leveling now. Can't go that way. Is that a big enemy?
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
Advantage is ours. Let's finish him.
My turn. Second.
Okay.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Oh, look!
This
There's a
one's gonna be
treasure chest.
nasty.
Bring it on.
My turn.
You don't have enough. Darn you. Oh, you killed everything. That was not
Targets
expected.
eliminated. Let's get going.
Impressive. Killing.
Let's get going.
I think that's how you pronounce that. That one's super good. I believe Reen is... He is not using that one. Yeah, this one. I really like this one. Speaking of which, I can now give you, finally, Carnage. Machias and Usus. Wow. So Noble Command and Treasure Sword are two of Usus's CP abilities, and then Machias uses a shotgun as his weapon. Very, very silly.
Very well. I will serve as your opponent. My turn.
For some reason, that guy is not scanned. Alright, Machias. You're not going to one-shot him, but you're going to do the best you can. What?
I'll handle this.
What are you weak against? Water. That was not very much
I'll
damage.
give you a boost. I don't need your help.
I'm really afraid that
My turn.
insta-kills. This crit should finish him. Boom. I wonder if they'll ever make it so that you could swap quartz in battle. Probably a little OP.
I'll give you a boost. I don't
Maybe
need
a
your
little
help. How pathetic.
Nightmare 2. I think that makes it 25% chance to Nightmare. Oh, I actually pressed the right button that time, and I just wasn't prepared for it. Why am I using Elisa? I don't know.
Let's get going.
Alright, so now we're going to move on to the third area. Fight this enemy. Some turtle there. Can't go that way.
Let's get going.
Would really like to get Reen's CP to 200 before I fight him, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility. Just wow, that's
Let's ride.
A fair chunk. Except with mess. Alright, I think he's over here. Yep. This guy's a jerk. This guy is such a jerk. Be careful with this guy.
This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes. I'll handle it.
It's weak to water. Walk up and attack him.
Got it.
Sure, let's burst.
Let's get this over with.
Right, leave it to me.
Leave this to me!
Here I go.
You know what? Let's call Val.
Gotcha.
We're doing okay damage. Could be better.
My turn.
Okay.
Fly! They're off guard!
Got you.
Alright, time to finish him off. One thing I don't like, actually, is when you activate... Well, I know why they do this, but...
Witness the fruits of my training!
I don't know. I kind of wish that if you activated your S-Craft, you can kind of cancel it before you use it, and you go back to your previous turn order.
Radiant Lion!
Sometimes you just activate them, and you didn't want to do that. This is not going to kill him. This guy's got some hit points.
Okay.
Get him free.
Too slow. Now.
Here.
My turn. Here.
Blind? Nope.
Too slow. Got it.
Here.
Your turn.
Let's move.
This will be good enough for a flame dragon. Oh, was not expecting. Oh, you know what? He hadn't actually attacked yet, which is why he did so much damage.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
I could have just autoed. Saved my CP. Oh well. Rakasha.
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise? There's a treasure chest here.
Shadow Blade is okay. I don't think it's worth actually putting a a slot into. If you really want to use it, Master Quartz it.
That one's gonna be a pain. Careful.
That's the only scenario that I think it's good. It does give the caster HP back, which can be okay. Usually it's just not worth it though. Alright, so we want to talk to Rex, because we can finally recruit him. We've done some fascinating exploits, and he's finally interested. Or he's finally realized that we're having all the fun, and he has to walk everywhere and take pictures when he could just take pictures aboard the Courageous. So, because we have... Because we have... Come on, man. Man, this guy gonna die. But if he dies, can I have his stuff? So, because we have Fidelo, we can get him to change his mind and join the Courageous and take pictures and send out beautiful press on our behalf. Man, this guy stuck around. As soon as he learned that Fidelo was coming back, he should have booked it. What? What you be listening to? How you know all that? Yeah, I mentioned something about the wind, guys. This guy turning it back around. If you remember from the first game, he actually took tasteful pictures of the ladies of the Academy. For whatever reason, he's done away with that plan. And the reason is Green put a stop to it. Okay. I believe we can get a book in here. I did not want to talk to you. awful. Alright, talk to this guy. We get a Gambler Jack 2, Chapter 13. And that's all we can do. And that's it for Bereahard. Now we're going to return to the Courageous. And
where do you want to
go?
go?
Ymir.
Leave it to me.
Because I want to get my CP back up. Gotta prepare ourselves for the future. So, while they do that, I'm gonna go grab this over here. Okay, so next order of business.
Where do you want
to go? To Ruhr, because there's actually a hidden quest here. This game is, you know, a little bit of a jerk. You know, it's like, hey, you can fly everywhere and anywhere for the most part. So we're gonna throw some hidden quests at you. So we need to go into the repair shop in Ruhr. And he's going to give us a quest. It's ridiculously accurate. Okay. So hot. Oh, it's broken. I guess it's not ridiculously accurate anymore. Who knew? Man, are we gonna have enough time to do everything that I want to do? Doesn't look like it. Try to do these things as quickly as possible. Alright, so we need to go all the way across everywhere, basically, to get these parts. It's kind of obnoxious. It doesn't get much better from here with these other quests, too. Alright, man, come on. Or what an oscillator is. I don't know what that is. If something oscillates, does it move? Does it turn around, spin around? Alright, time to do the obnoxious hidden quests. So we're gonna go to the upper level. We're gonna head this way. Talk to these guys. Definitely not gonna have enough time to do all these. Maybe 2 of them. No, we want to take them apart. Give them to me. These things are so rare, they're worth like 10 million Mira. But you know, I got a couple spares, so you know, I'll give it to you for free. Yeah, we can't actually ever play with these cars. It's pretty sad. Alright, so we need to return to the Courageous and go to the mine. We're not going to walk all the way over there. This game is...
Where do you want to go? Full speed ahead!
It gives us the option, and I appreciate that, but I ain't taking it.
Let's get going.
Down. Talk to homeboy Slice over here. I missed him. Hey, been watching some streams of Darkest Dungeon, and the announcer has a lot of catchy lines. I don't know if I'm necessarily interested in playing the game, but it's interesting to watch at the very least. Are people still streaming it? Perfect. That is a no. At least nobody that I followed. Ask around at the station. Very, very descriptive.
Let's ride.
Can we ride the bike? Nope. Guess we gotta go in here. This is the... This is like the only time I think we ever get to go in here, and they don't have any chests in here for some reason. Oh my gosh, is he just gonna give us one and then we're gonna be able to walk away? You know what? That's fine. It's totally fine. Alright, return to the Courageous. We need to go halfway across the world now.
Where do you want to go?
To Lake Lacrima.
Full speed ahead!
Let's get going.
And we need to head to Gwyn's, whatever that's called. cabin. Man, if you compare the size of this cabin to the size of those huts, this thing is a mansion. Where the heck are you, Gwyn? Are you fishing? Where you at, bro? Oh my gosh, he was there the whole time.
Let's get going.
That's what I get for not looking at the map first. Alright. So we need some super rare oscillator that's probably only found in your truck. I use the Mirian ore. That was I didn't know he was gonna say Zemirian ore. I know I played this game before, but I don't remember every little random quest and whatever random person says. You know, I just, you know, it just happened. He started saying, you know, like, oh man, I gotta use this special material. I'm like, well, you must be using the rarest material in the world. Guess I was right. Automatically teleport. Ingenious. Makes the most expensive pocket watch ever. Hey man, that's my Zemirian ore. You know, I dug that up for you. You should be using that to make Valmar's weapon. Yeah. Alright, teleport me back to the repair shop. Or not.
Where do you want to go?
Alright, back to Ruhr.
Leave it to me! Leave it to me!
Never get tired of hearing Tala say that. And we can finally be done with this quest. It only took 10 minutes. It's all talking. Well, looky here. Oh, man. It's like, yeah, I got all these parts. I'll figure out where they all go eventually. And then you can have it back. Come on, time skip. Do it. And it was fixed, and then we all got our reward, and we were done. Right? Right? see. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And it's fixed. It looks exactly the same as it was before. And it doesn't look working to me. But you know. Let's not be a cynic here. Let's just go along with the game, you know. They tell us it's working, it's working. And nothing is ever as simple as it seems with the Rhinefords. It's always something special going along with everything. Oh, man. This freaking kid, man. That's a big piece of paper that she's holding. All right, Elisa. Okay. She's still holding that thing out. And we get Seraph, the best healing quartz in the game. Well, the best reliable healing quartz. The lost gem doesn't particularly count. I mean, it's good, but Seraph gives a Seraphic Ring and like some, you know, little stat bonuses or whatever. But Seraphic Ring is the best healing spell in the game because it reses, restores a ton of hit points, and oh, what happens when you turn it all the way? Oh, come on, you gotta show us that. Ah. Yeah, see, nothing's ever simple with the Rhinefords. Nothing. Although that would have probably just pissed her off even more because she's like, wait, you had a picture of me in this thing and you were going to throw it away? But anyways, now we can head back to the Courageous. And let's see. Wow, I need to give you quartz. Seraph. I give Shining too, but Shining is whatever. But Seraphic Ring, you know, I mean, you could put a regular... Oh, wow. I now have 3 of these things. That's amazing. Okay. So just to prep, because we're gonna end it here for today. We're gonna get Elisa out of the party. We're gonna throw in Machia, or not Machias, Elliot's.
Where do you want to
And
go?
then we're gonna head to Keldic.
Leave it to me.
And I'm pretty sure we won't have enough time to do this quest, but we'll go right outside. And this is where I'm going to end it for today. Tomorrow, we're going to resume. We got a couple more quests, or little side quests to do. And then we have to do the temples. And that's going to take a little bit of time. I could probably knock out 2 of them in one sitting, maybe all 3, but I doubt it. But anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know if there's gonna be a morning stream or not. I'll have to see. But whatever. At the very latest, I'll see you at 5:30 PST. If there is a morning stream and you miss it, check out the YouTube. Throw those up. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one of those days. And, you know, you'll be able to catch up. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See you tomorrow. Peace.